Okay, so a few of you have asked about the paint restoration procedure, so I was going to run through just a few things that I use on the paintwork. This is what I'm part of the way through at the moment, so I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I use to bring these old frames back to life. So these three products I use a lot of. T-Cut, which is like a car paint restorer, but obviously works really well on bike frames. It's got a bit of a cutting compound in it, so if the paint is faded or marked, it does a really good job of removing scratches and other imperfections. Brings back dull colour as well. This one does a similar job. It's not quite as harsh as the T-Cut, but yeah, it does a similar job. So I use one of those, if not both, depending on how bad the frame is. And then muck off. The polish that I tend to use is this Miracle Shine. Just does a really good job of bringing back the shine to the frame. Once you've used the cutting compound, this sort of brings back that final shine and gets the frame looking really nice. So starting with the T-Cut, it's a good idea to shake this stuff up as it settles a bit in the bottom of the tin. Wear gloves as well, because it's not the best for your skin. And then we've got this creamy compound. That's a lot of it. You've got this creamy compound with the cutting agent in it that really does bring back the finish of the paint. So I'll show you now how to apply it. So hopefully we can lift these light scratches out of the frame and improve its appearance a little bit. So this is just the T-Cut on a rag. Here's your scratch. So apply directly to it. Really rub it in. And like I say, you're not just polishing here, you're actually cutting into the paint. So it's really cutting down into that scratched area. As you can see there, this is the scratched area here, and you can see the improvements made already. It's left it with quite a dull finish to it because it leaves like a chalky residue. So you can quickly just polish that away by just removing that chalky residue with your cloth, and you can see there the difference. Polishing that area will be the next step. So get some of your polish. It's the muck off Miracle Shine, but there's loads of different stuff available. Car polish works really well too. So that then goes over the same area we've just done with the T-Cut. So remember, this was the scratched area here, and then let that start to dry into a bit of a haze, and then polish it out. And with a bit of effort, it really does make a massive difference. So this is the section we've done here. As you can see, that scratch, the scratch is actually completely gone in this case. Doesn't always completely remove it, but it almost always improves it, the look of it. But in this case, yeah, it's lifted that scratch out completely and made a huge difference. So touching in scratches can be done in a number of ways. This is a Sharpie, which, as you can see there, will quite easily fill in little imperfections in lettering and that kind of thing on your frame. Just going over these black areas. Doesn't last forever, obviously, but it makes an immediate improvement and it's a bit of a quick fix really. But then the other way to do it would be to use some touch-up paint. This is just a little tub of touch-up paint. You can buy the car touch-up paint as well, the little samples in places like Halfords, which will match a lot of different paint colours. And then that will go over the area like that, and of course that's a much more permanent fix. You can work that in a little bit with the brush, get it nice and smooth, and it really, really makes a difference to that logo really. If it was all scratched up, this would completely fill it in and give the bike back its identity. So with this kind of damage down on the chainstay here, what I would probably do with that is rub it back a little bit, make sure that it's de-rusted as much as possible, which you can do with a bit of wire wool or sandpaper, and then it wouldn't hurt to sort of lacquer over that just with a clear lacquer, and then use maybe a chainstay protection sticker or a chainstay protection sleeve sits over the chainstay. It's quite a common accessory on 90s mountain bikes, so it looks quite good on those resto mods, and it completely covers up that little bit of chainstay damage. Probably going to do a bit of a resto mod with this one. It's quite a cool frame, the colours are awesome on it, and the paint, as you can see from what we've just done, is responding quite well to being cleaned up. This will eventually be built up. I'll do a video and show you how it comes out, but I just wanted to show you a little bit of the process of lifting the paint. I mean, this one here is one that I've done previously, and this was a very faded paint job on this bike, and this was all done in the same way. I've filled in some imperfections on the decals and on the black parts of the frame as well, and it's the bike just looks great. You know, it's made such a huge difference. And this one again is a resto mod, and it's really made a difference. The colours really popping on it now, and it looks great.